Hey everybody, we've got a new series I'm going to be starting here, which is just talking about my OCs. I'll be speaking about how their stories and designs have evolved through the years, and then through their current design and current story. I was inspired by the fact that Art Fight is next month, and that although I have shown some of my OCs in recent speed paints, y'all don't know anything about them. And maybe you don't want to know anything about them, but I want to talk about them, so here we go. Echo, as she used to be known as, is a creepypasta OC. Like most of my OCs, she used to be a self-insert and wore a white and turquoise striped hoodie that I used to have. She died.
He's dead. Chunky's dead.
She did it herself, is how we'll say it, and for some reason, echo flowers from Undertale grew off her body. It's mostly because I was also in my Undertale phase back then, and I thought the echo flowers were cool and pretty, but also Undertale wasn't like a real thing. Mount Ebott didn't exist. That wasn't a thing in her story. She just had them. From there, she actually split in two, becoming a character closer to her current iteration and a different one that I named SG. We're not going to what that acronym means because I fear it'll get me into a little trouble. You'll just have to wait for her video. Still going by the name Echo because I kept the Echo flowers. I don't think I had her current backstory in place at this time, but she's still dead. I think by this time I still considered her a ghost rather than a zombie, so non-corporeal still. Eventually, instead of echo flowers from Undertale, I think I gave her various wildflowers to inhabit her body instead, for no specific reason that I can remember. This is the oldest drawing I currently have of her. There were others, but those were all drawn on loose leaf printer paper, which I don't have anymore. So this is the earliest drawing that we're getting. I also got her hair to look messy, and this was, well, an interesting attempt. I kind of just made squiggly lines in a hairish shape and added stray hairlines. I haven't made characters with messy or knotted hair in my current style, so I can't exactly say how I might do this now, but it wouldn't be like this. Around here, my memory gets kind of fuzzy because I'm pretty sure she didn't have her current backstory because she doesn't have the right flowers, but I just don't think she didn't have one at this point. Whatever that backstory may have been, if it is in its current iteration or not, I cannot remember. So moving on to just before her current incarnation, the backstory doesn't change much between the two versions, as it's just her design that changed. So now she is significantly younger, as previously she was in the young teen-ish area. Well, now she's like 10 or something. Her hair isn't down or as messy, now having two cute little buns and side framing pieces. While before she had one working eye, now she is completely blind due to her missing an eye and the other being taken over by a flower. Speaking of flowers, they're marigolds now. Blue ones, which as far as I know is not natural, but there's an actual reason for them to be marigolds. Marigolds are known for healing in some sense, as are other flowers, but I like marigolds the best, and having them be tied to health/healing is important to her backstory. Her name is also now Marigold. Instead of whatever that was that she was wearing before, she's now got a simple but cute little blue dress. The roots also make a comeback, growing out of her flesh and crawling around her skin. Spooky. I made them brown/tan because I felt like with all of the cool tones, she needed a warm tone that wasn't her skin or hair to help balance, and I think it's fine. Alright, here we are at Marigold's current form, where we will be talking about the backstory, but first, the design. She kept the buns, but the hair bits on the sides are now a little more styled, as if they had been curled and styled like that purposefully. Her dress is now a lot less simple, the top area being a layered lace and the bottom skirt also being layered. I don't remember what the dots are exactly, as for both dresses I use a real life reference. I think the real dress did have the dots as well. Onto her marigolds. They're the same color, but now the roots have been replaced with marigold leaves, and you'll see in the speed paint that I played with keeping them that tan color, but I liked how they looked with the green more, so ultimately that's what stuck. I think now she looks more elegant, and I like to think that fits her a lot better.
Maria's parents came from Mexico, had Maria in the U.S., and promptly died, so she was sent to foster care. She was swapped through many homes before what would be her forever home in more ways than one, with two lovely scientist parents and their older biological son. After about a year in their care, feeling like she finally had a family to love her, a sibling she could depend on, and parents who adored her, she was officially adopted by the couple. However, things weren't as they seemed. The two scientists had adopted many children, and why hadn't she heard of them before? They were all locked away in a facility out in the woods where the two scientists conducted torturous experiments. The two scientists had made a horrible deal with the fostering agency, allowing them to foster and then adopt a multitude of children for these experiments as long as they paid off the agency. Maria's experiment ended up being one of a way to regenerate or quickly heal people through the use of an enhanced marigold flower. She died from it, the roots taking over her organs and shutting them down as the flowers took all of the nutrition and energy from her body. The scientists had a ritual of sorts, to dress the deceased children in their Sunday best, to be buried rather than the medical garb they would be wearing after being transported to the facility. However, when Marigold was buried, she came back to life as a zombie, her body still living thanks to the modified marigolds. She set out to kill the two scientists, assuming she also killed her adopted brother and the other kids in the destruction as well, but that was mostly to put them out of their misery. The facility was torn down with the aid of the plant life in the forest, and once it was all done, she laid in the rubble, prepared to pass with all of the other children. Unfortunately, that would not happen. Nowadays, she tries to end her own suffering, hoping to decompose in the grass. However, when she lays down, the marigolds bloom around her, covering her corpse, and therefore refusing to let her rot.
So that's Marigold's backstory. She is a creepypasta, mostly because I say so, but my creepypasta characters, plus the better known ones, I consider to all be in a Slender Mansion AU type thing. Due to Marigold's paranormal existence, she eventually kind of migrated to the Slender Woods, not intentionally or consciously. She's pretty hostile to most corporeal beings, considering that she does not want to deal with any of that and just wants to sleep. She won't attack anyone/anything as long as they leave her alone, and the only people she willingly talks to that are from the mansion are Overkill and Cora, two of my other ghost OCs. And maybe the other dead children. Maybe. She doesn't technically have a room in the mansion, as she refuses to step foot in it, but if she ever did, she would be welcome. I do imagine she'd be placed near Sally, Ben, and Lazari's rooms, as she is also a child, but canonically she would never officially have a room in the mansion. I hope you all enjoyed this spiel. If you did, maybe leave a like on the video. I'll be doing other videos like this for my other OCs, so if you'd like to see more, stick around. I'd be happy to have you. If you'd like to hear me talking more and also like video games, you should check out my gaming videos. I'm close to finishing Kindergarten 1 and I have an ongoing Minecraft survival Let's Play series. Alright, that's it. Bye.